Hi, I'm Tim Host. I'm the Director of Admissions at Jesuit. This is my 25th year here.
And my name is Ben Kirby. I'm the Director of Enrollment Management. This is my 16th year here, and I'm a proud member of the class of 2000.
Hi, I'm Leanne Applegate. I am one of our science teachers. I teach sophomore chemistry, and I'm our science department chair.
Hi, my name is Max Galante, and I'm a sophomore here, class of 2027.
Hello, I'm Tanner Krug, and I'm a junior.
I'm Kevin Nazareth, and I'm a junior here at Jesuit.
I'm Hogan Svell, and I'm a senior here at Jesuit.
This is the Jesuit Dallas
Autocomplete
FAQ.
All right, Ben, you ready to talk about admissions?
I love talking about admissions.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, our first question. What makes Jesuit a good school?
Well, my first answer would be I think we're a great school.
I
think we're better than great.
Wow.
So
I agree. I have to agree with you. I think that's great.
When I was deciding where I wanted to go, it was really, where I felt like I'd be the most involved, where I felt like I could challenge myself with different extracurriculars. And Jesuit, it just has so many opportunities that you can really just find your place and find where you feel you belong.
Yeah, I think the belonging is what makes Jesuit a good school. There are so many schools in DFW that offer a good academic foundation. Jesuit does as well. Yeah. I think what we also offer is a sense of belonging.
One of the most important things is the lasting effect and legacy that Jesuit will leave on you. My dad graduated from here, and his love for Jesuit runs so deep that I didn't understand when I was first enrolling as a freshman, but now as a senior, I understand and know what he feels about the school, because all the people you'll meet, the things you'll do, will all leave a lasting impact about how great of a school Jesuit is outside of the classroom and inside the classroom.
Next question. What's the admissions process like?
I like to think of it is a process. There are steps, but it's about a relationship. I think we like to get to know the family and the student to make sure that they're making an informed decision knowing who we are, and we're making an informed decision knowing who they are.
Right.
And there are steps. We do require an application. One of my favorite parts is the interview. I still remember my interview.
Oh, do you really?
I still remember where I was
that's
sitting
pretty amazing.
doing it.
As an admissions ambassador, I can speak to the stress of the interview. It sounds like it's going to be really intense and stressful, but once you get in the room, you're super comfortable and should not be afraid to speak what's true to you.
And but the goal of the interview is not to ask them what happened in X year or how do you balance this equation. It's about who you are as a young man and what are you expecting of Jesuit. And it's also a chance for the applicant to ask us questions about who we are.
Correct.
They'll also take the entrance exam, which is the IC, Independent School Entrance Exam. And we're looking for students who demonstrate academic success. We ask for a couple of recommendations from a math teacher, an English teacher, and then someone who can speak to character. This could be someone who's maybe a coach or a scout leader or someone who works with them in the community. And so we also are looking at your report cards and grades and things like that. But we want it to really be an exchange of information, but more than an exchange of information, an exchange of that relationship.
Right.
How do you get into Jesuit Dallas? Being yourself.
You apply, and you take part in that process of getting to know us and allowing us to get to know you. And so what we look for in students is exactly what you said. We want students and families who are bought into this mission and the formation process.
We are looking for students that best embody the Jesuit profile.
All right. Does Jesuit Dallas accept transfer students?
We do. One of the things, though, that's worth mentioning on this is that we primarily bring in our applicants in 9th grade.
Correct.
We do not size up each year and have a certain number of spots that automatically open up. We're very proud to have an extremely high retention rate.
Indeed.
Meaning that most of our students who come in as a freshman will continue on to sophomore, junior, senior year, and ultimately graduate. But when spots do become available, we do allow students to apply for those. And so the process is very similar to that of a 9th grader.
My older brother transferred to Jesuit when he moved down from Ohio, and I know that his process in transferring to Jesuit was very accommodating for him. It made him feel welcomed, and he wasn't scared about coming to a new school right in the middle of his junior year.
All right. Is Jesuit Dallas expensive?
I like to answer this question with really Jesuit is a lifetime investment.
Indeed. Yeah.
And lifetime investments, they have a cost. And we're proud of the program that we offer here, and there is a price tag on it that can be substantial for some and not for others.
Correct.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Does Jesuit Dallas offer scholarships or financial aid?
One of the neat things about Jesuit is we have the opportunity to be a need-blind admissions office, meaning that when we are reviewing files for admission, we are not considering financial need at all. And so what we're looking for on the admission side of things is students that are, as we talked about earlier, that are bought into the mission or qualified to be successful here. And so to answer that question, we do have opportunities for merit-based aid, meaning it's based on the academics. Every applicant that applies is considered for merit-based aid. In terms of the financial aid process, you mentioned this earlier, we have a phenomenal Office of Finance and committees that review those financial aid requests to see how can we support these families where they are. And one of the things about our website, which is kind of in our brochures, is that we don't have a specific rubric that says, if this, then this. They want it just like we want our application to be about the relationship. And so we encourage every family to reach out to our finance office to engage in conversation about what those needs might be so that it really is something that is meaningful for the individual family.
I personally work grant around the school, so I put in some hours and Jesuit takes some money off my tuition.
Work grant offers students the opportunity to volunteer for a certain amount of hours and get up to $2,500 off of your tuition.
The worst thing that we can hear from a family is we can't attend Jesuit because it's too expensive. So Jesuit will do everything that they can to get you to be able to attend this school because there's so much to offer and we don't want to turn anybody away just because of the price tag.
Are there dual credit opportunities? The short answer is yes, but it just depends on the class you take.
We've got a partnership with St. Louis University, which is a Jesuit school in St. Louis, and a lot of our classes the guys will take here on campus, and then when they leave Jesuit, they've got a transcript not only from Jesuit Dallas, but also through St. Louis University. And we have a lot of guys that are going into college as second semester or college students or even second year college students as a result of dual credit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
It is awesome.
So like AP Bio, for example, if you take AP Bio at Jesuit, you're also going to get credit for biology at SLU. And I think we have a handful of those. Okay. You want to read this one?
Sure. Does Jesuit offer AP courses? It does. I'm currently in the AP World History, and I think it's a really great because it gives students the opportunity to experience that college level course while also getting that credit for that and for a high school class.
I think freshman you can do human geography, then after every single year you could take more and more AP classes to take that responsibility and push yourself academically.
We have over 20 AP classes, and if you're not familiar, AP classes are advanced placement. They're run through the College Board. And at the end of the class, they actually sit and take a test, a couple hours. And if you get a passing score, which is a 3, 4, or a 5 out of 5, you earn college credit. And we're proud that 92% of our guys pass the test.
It's amazing.
So it's a great way to get a head start on college.
Next one. What support does Jesuit provide for students with learning disabilities?
We have 2 learning specialists on campus every day throughout the whole school day, and they're there for you to organize specific periods of the day to study or help you just get organized and figure out how to talk to your teachers, go about studying for tests, your homework, things like that. They're great resources that you can utilize.
So we have a learning resource center. Because we are an independent school, we don't have IEPs or 504s, but we do have learning plans. So we have lots of students who have dyslexia, dysgraphia, ADHD, litany of things. Our Learning Resource Center is fabulous. They offer a lot of support for those students. And we offer some basic accommodations like
Typing accommodations to extra time to preferential seating in class.
And teachers strive to accommodate these special conditions that students have to make the learning environment more suited for everyone here on campus.
What learning opportunities are there outside of the classroom?
This is a cool one. I like talking about this one.
This is great.
I'm going to be a little selfish here. There's a marine biology program that Jesuit offers, and I think it's the only one of its kind in the world.
Didn't you start this program here at Jesuit?
Funny you say that. 13 years ago, we started a program where you can come here in the summer and take 2 weeks of marine biology where you learn about fish, you learn about coral, you learn about ecosystems. And then during that time, we get you scuba certified. You don't have to go far because there's a pool right over there that you can get certified in.
Yep.
We get you scuba certified, and then we travel somewhere. We've been to the British Virgin Islands. We've been to Hawaii. We went to the Florida Keys one year.
Wow.
We now go to the Caymans, and we take these guys from a classroom to the deepest we go is about 80 feet underwater, and you actually get to see the stuff you learned about.
You take about 2 weeks in the classroom during our summer school classes, and then you do a week in country, whether that be Italy, China, or various other countries. So awesome opportunity if you're interested in learning about another country's culture or just interested in the country. Learn about it and then go experience what it's really like in country for a week.
Yes, so my older brother actually did this last year. He visited Guadalajara, Mexico, and he stayed with a family there and went to one of the Jesuit schools, and it was entirely in Spanish, and it really benefited him in his ability to speak the language, but it also fully immersed him in a new culture that he had never experienced before. Got it, guys. Got it. Let's go. Here we go. How much homework can I expect each week?
So freshman year, the workload isn't crazy because we're trying to get you acclimated to high school, to Jesuit life, because school at Jesuit can be very busy depending on what you're involved in, your sports and stuff like that. But as you move on throughout the grades, it picks up throughout each grade.
But I think the key thing about Jesuit is that they prepare you for that next level. So I know my freshman year, it was very similar to my 8th grade year's workload. But moving up to my sophomore year, Jesuit prepared me for that new challenges of more homework.
And it was a little intimidating, but once you get in the groove of it, it's not terrible.
Where do students go after graduation? All over the place?
We have students that stay in state, we have students that go all over the country, and then we even have students that go abroad.
One of the things I really admire about our college counseling staff is they introduce our kids to colleges that the kid may never have heard of. A lot of times, someone will come in thinking, you know what, this is a school I'm going to go to. Might not be the right school for that kid. I think our college counselors understand there is so much more out there. They get to know the kids, they get to know, they match kids. And just the other day, someone came back, a graduate came back to tell me how happy he was. He is attending a school he had never heard of until the counselor started recommending it. So.
And they start doing it early. We start talking about college freshman year. So the moment you show up here to come to Jesuit, we're also talking about what's next, which is cool.
I know college is far away for many students who are thinking of coming to Jesuit, but Jesuit's goal is to prepare you for college. And I think the counseling staff here at Jesuit really does a great job preparing you for that next step, so I don't feel anxious or scared for the next big step in my life.
I'm personally going through the college process right now, and I mean the support staff here has done a great job in helping me figure out where I want to go, what I might want to study, and just really preparing me for the next level.
Alrighty.
Is there a uniform? No. So actually at Jesuit, we have a dress code.
Pants for freshmen, it is khakis, but as you go up, you have more color opportunities. You have to wear dress shoes, a button-down tie, and a blazer.
A cool fun thing I like to do is wear different ties. I have like a collection of 50 ties just to spice up and add my own personalization.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the food good?
Okay, the food. What's so funny is when we entertain our 8th graders, they come for a visit, we feed them lunch. So many times the feedback I get from parents is, okay, what do you feed them? The kids come back and just love lunch. That's the first thing they talk about. Lunch was so good. I agree.
I love the cafeteria food here. Like there's special days where it's like chicken parmesan in the cafeteria. You can see like a line of people running to go get it.
Our food is so good.
It's great. It's great. There's variety. It's so much better than anything else I've experienced at a school. Will I have the opportunity to meet girls? Yes. That was very scary for me because I used to go to a co-ed school and one of my best friends was a girl, and then now I got to hang out with a bunch of dudes.
By getting involved at Jesuit, you get to meet more people, including our sister school, Ursuline. So I personally participate in theater, where we work together with Ursuline to put on plays.
I prefer to think of it as boys and girls learn differently. And our teachers are experts on what are those things that motivate boys, what inspires boys, so we can focus our education on, in the classroom and outside of the classroom, being role models, mentors for them, on how do boys interpret that, how do they take it, how do they learn it, and then they still have the opportunity to, after school, engage with girls and that sort of thing. So I think it's awesome.
You know, we have our sister school, Ursuline, so we do have the Ranger, the Jesuit Ursuline band.
Well, when I was a student here, one of my favorite things was being in the band. I played the clarinet, saxophone, and trumpet in the Jesuit Ursuline Ranger band. And so we'd show up every day at 7 o'clock, and we'd be out on the field marching, and the Ursuline students would come over to Jesuit, and we would have band practice together. At the same time, the orchestra students were practicing over at Ursuline. And so there are some of those co-curricular opportunities.
What sports can I play at Jesuit Dallas?
So there are a wide range of sports at Jesuit, ranging from football, baseball, basketball, volleyball, hockey, bowling.
We have 22 different sports here, so there is a wide range. The fact that we have 22 different sports allows kids to explore things they haven't tried before.
All right. What traditions are there on campus?
Oh my God, a million.
The freshmen and seniors each have their own hangout area per se. Like the freshmen have the freshman steps, which is just a small set of stairs where they can hang out. And then once you become a senior, you get the senior courtyard, just a nice turf area to hang out, play spike ball, sit down with your friends, or just have a good hangout spot.
We also have the Jesuit Yell, which I think is great. We have our alma mater, which we sing at the end of Mass, which is, I think it's a great tradition because it kind of shows our brotherhood.
Some of the traditions that seem to be some of the favorites are Ranger Day, which is our homecoming sort of spirit day. That's been going on for forever. The kids really love that.
I think one of the biggest things about Jesuit is how rich our traditions are. We have so many little traditions that happen like literally every day. How can students get involved? There are so many different ways to answer this question. We have so many different sports, clubs, extracurriculars, service opportunities, literally any passion a student has, they can pursue at Jesuit.
Throughout the first 6 weeks here at Jesuit, we'll have club fairs in the cafeteria where different clubs will come and try to interest the student body to join their club. So that's a great way to meet different students and find your interests here at Jesuit.
And so one thing I did my freshman or sophomore year was that I found a need for a Lego club because there wasn't one. So I got me and my buddy and 10 other guys to start it, and then it's been going strong ever since. And that's one of my favorite things I've ever done.
I didn't realize you made the Lego club.
Mm-hmm.
What? That's so cool. Here we go. How can parents get involved?
So there's multiple different ways parents can get involved. One that I know of is Moms in Prayer.
Every sports team is going to have a team mom. We have a lot of fundraising events that involve parents. We have a huge golf tournament. There's the father-son casino night. There are so many different ways that parents can get involved.
Do you know that the Women Auxiliary Club is a great way for parents to get involved here at Jesuit? They help organize different events here on campus and really grow a connection with the student body.
Does Jesuit provide transportation?
Jesuit doesn't provide a bus system per se like some other schools do, but it's very common for guys who are coming from farther distances to carpool with each other because it's a lot easier to go in one car with 4 guys than 4 separate cars. So carpooling is very popular here, but there's no real bus system for school every day.
I've carpooled a lot with other friends who just live near me, and so that's kind of how we get to school.
Mm-hmm. And extracurriculars, we have some campus vehicles, But yes, we do not have transportation to and from school. Yeah.
What's Jesuit's bell schedule?
It's a block schedule. We have 7 periods, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And we have 5 periods per day. So let's say if it's an A day, it'd be A, B, C, D, E.
And then on that the next Tuesday, you would have F, G, A, B, C. So it picks up where it leaves off.
I personally love the schedule because I'm not starting each day the same way. I start with a different class, I get to hang out with different groups of friends, and hang out with different teachers.
Why is a Jesuit education important?
The education revolves around not just learning something, but thinking about how we got there.
Not just about the education of your mind, it's about the education of your whole person, growing you into be a better person, better man of God, or if you're not faithful, just a better man in general, because Jesuit has a thing called cure personalis, so it's just working on the whole self, bringing it up to a level that you've never been at before.
I definitely think if you look at the profile of a graduate, it does a good job of explaining why a Jesuit education is important, because most schools are trying to get students to be intellectually competent. I'm a chemistry teacher. I want my students to know chemistry. But beyond that, we also care about being committed to social justice and being open to growth, being physically fit. So we're really trying to form the whole person, which is why I think Jesuit education is important and special.
Yeah.
Right. What if I'm not Catholic?
You know what? We still love you. We are about 70% Catholic here, 30% non-Catholic, and that those denominations range.
Even though Jesuit is designated as a Catholic school, you don't have to be Catholic to attend here.
Yes, we do have these more Catholic way of looking at things, but a lot of it is just on that fine basis of treating other people right and building that community. And so you're definitely not at a disadvantage if you're coming into this from a different religion, but rather Jesuit, they want that other perspective. That's what they look for. And I think that really we're based on building that community, being there for others, being men for others. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you around campus sometime.
Don't hesitate to reach out with any questions that you might have over your admission process. We're happy to help and won't turn you away for any questions that you have.
Go Rangers.